Welcome to Free Game Friday. So I'm just going to give you basic information. This is a free MMO. And when I say that, you're probably cringing, possibly, because you might have played some MMOs that call themselves free to play. And I'm really hesitant on calling this free to play because it'll make you think of that sort of thing. If you're not familiar with what I'm talking about, the free to play MMOs such as EverQuest 2 or Star Wars The Old Republic, what they do is they say, oh, we'll let you play completely free. Oh, you want more character types? That'll cost you $20. Oh, you mean you want a shared bank? You want to actually share items between your characters? Oh, that's cute. You could pay me $10 and I'll let you do that. Oh, you want regular experience? Oh, you could pay me for that. You know, all sorts of things like that. This does not do that, not even slightly. You get the entire game, every single bit of it, for free. Absolutely free. The things that cost money in this game are special items. I might actually have special items. You can either get them by chance, or you can get them by doing missions, or you can buy them off of people. So you really don't have to spend money on this game ever. Premium tickets are one thing. You can get premium tickets normally in the game, but what they do is you use them and you get a special item. Something that you normally wouldn't get in the game. But these are examples of things that you can spend money on. This one makes your experience go up by a certain percentage for a certain period of time. This is a seafaring MMO. Before you think that it is Pirates of the Caribbean or Assassin's Creed 4 or insert pirate game name here, I'm just going to warn you ahead of time, piracy in this is more on the realistic side than on the action-adventure-y side. This game is split into 3 categories. Your character doesn't have one level, they have 3 levels. They have an adventure level, a trade level, and a battle level. Adventure levels increase by discovering new areas, discovering new towns, going into the land battle areas, which I will probably end up showing. There are various adventurous things you can do. You can discover new animals and things by like fishing or traveling. It's not really a sightseeing kind of thing because this game is pretty simple in its presentation. Trade, I will show you an example of that now. And battle is battle. It's combat on ground and by sea. So if you decide to go the market route, you'll probably get a skill that allows you to look at the market rates. And it allows you to haggle. So I can see that prunes are at 88% and dropping. I might want to buy those cheap and then go sell them somewhere if I think prunes will sell well somewhere else. The market rates fluctuate, but you can figure out trade routes. There are general trends. Certain cities might typically buy certain things at higher percentages, or something like that. Something that goes well with the trading skill is getting your own trade skills that go with it. So, for instance, I might go do livestock trading, and then I would go in here and I would get a book for cooking. Or I might learn fishing, and I might do, let's see, where is it? Is it this one? I think it's this one. Yep, salted fish. This is one of the highly sought after recipes in the game. Food restores vigor, and you need to use vigor to use your skills and to do basically anything, so food is very important. And cooking level 12 is pretty high level. I'm currently not at cooking level 12. Now I have to figure out why. You eventually get aids that will give you bonuses. I think this guy is currently giving me +1 to my cooking, maybe not. Oh, she gives me +1 to cooking. Cooking is at 10, which is the maximum if you're not currently, if you don't have it as your job. It is my job actually right now, that little symbol there, if you can see it. You probably can't because I'd probably stretch this out. That means I'm currently specializing in it, which means I can go up to rank 15 maximum. And then I've got a +1 from my aid, so I need to check my equipment. Yep, that's what I thought. I don't have this equipped. This is a velvet ribbon. It gives +1 cooking, +1 sociability. So equip that. Now I have +1 cooking, so I can go back to that book. Go to my salted fish recipe, and there we go. Now it's white, which means it's fine. I can do that. It takes 3 fish and 1 berry, and I'm just going to start doing that. You can get a success, which will give you usually 1 to 3 of an item. Oh, what just happened? Oh, I hit my maximum carrying capacity. You can also get a great success, which will often double it. So let's look at my inventory. There it is, salted fish with nuts. It's at the maximum of 200. So one thing I could do is I could store it. I have a captain's bag that I can store up to 4 things in. Oh, actually, you know what? Salted fish with nuts, maximum. There we go. Now I have 200 of them in my captain's bag and 59 in my inventory. You also have a binder where you can store books, so this is good for people who want to do crafting. There's handicrafts, so you can build things. You could even build, in the upper levels, you can build furniture for buildings, which usually give you some sort of benefit. And that includes a bookshelf that you can store skills in that you've trained, which is interesting. Alright, so now I can go back and I can finish that off if I feel like it, but I'm not going to show you that. I'm just going to do it and cut it out, because it can take a while. As you saw, it was very slowly filling up, but I'll show you part of it. We'll see if we can get a great success. There's one, got 4 of them. So yeah, instead of 2, I got 4. This game is quite a grind. If you're scared off by games that end up being a grind, then you're probably not going to be interested in this game. The point of this game is to enjoy it and not to worry about trying to get to the max level as quickly as you possibly can. Because there's a lot of things that you can get to max level on, and they will take a while unless you know good tricks, or you have a company, which is this game's version of a guild, and the company helps out. Like, for instance, my trade level is up in the 40s, while my other levels are in the 20s, and that's because I had a company that was helping me. In fact, I defected to France for them, because they would only accept people from France, and I was Portuguese. Yeah, I was Portuguese. But they told me if I promised to defect to France, then they would let me in. And after a little while, I defected to France, and Portugal was really mad at me. So yeah, in this game you can defect to another nation, but you will make the other nation very angry. You won't want to go anywhere near your old nation, and they probably won't let you in if you try. There's a lot of stuff that the school is going to teach you, including what I'm doing right now. You can talk to these GMs and they will teach you skills. And you'll see that I have 35 out of 37. I can learn 2 more skills. Once you hit your max skills, you cannot train anymore, and if you drop a skill, you drop the levels that you earned on it. So that's the appeal of a bookshelf, which is very expensive to buy, but you can craft it if you get your handicrafts up to like maximum level. I think it's a level 15 craftable item. Let's show some ship stuff. Currently I'm in a trade ship. It's a trading large galleon. This is the largest cargo you can get in the game, unless they have a new one now. 935. It's very, very, very big. You'll just have to take my word on that. I named it Pack Mule accordingly. Thought that was a fitting name. I also have this, I call it my grinding galley because I'm grinding battle. And this is something you have to watch when you're switching between ships. I have to dismiss 34 guys because I currently hired 64 and this one only accepts 30. And this has been my main ship for a while, as you'll probably tell by the fact that it actually has colored sails and a symbol on them. So I'm going to turn on Caution skill. You can have up to 3 skills active at one time down here. So right now I have Frugality, which makes me really frugal with the food. Basically I'm giving them hardtack and beer, I'm not giving them nice meals. And it'll reduce the amount of rations that go down, but it's also going to make my crew upset. And you can have a mutiny. They will try and they will freak out. They will start dying off because they're freaking out and fighting each other over mutinous things. They won't take over your ship, but yeah, a mutiny is very bad, which is why I have leadership. If I use the leadership skill, I will stop a mutiny immediately. I will just rally them and, you know, inspire them and whatever. It's also useful, there are attacks that will disorient your crew, and they'll get confused, and it'll show like a bird spinning around your head kind of thing, to show that your crew is just disorganized and confused and disoriented. You can use leadership to get them all back to being rallied up and ready to go. I'll do some fishing on the way, why not? Oh, I have 3 skills currently going. Let's see. Let's get rid of Frugality. Yes. So that I can use Surveying. So that I know where I'm going. Surveying will show you a local map. It starts out really small. My surveying is rank 5, I think. Rank 6 out of 10. So I can see a pretty good area. And if you highlight over the little dots, it'll tell you what cities they are. You got Marseille is my hometown. So this is the sail. You can adjust the sail, the trim on the sail, so that it fills up. And then once it fills up, it'll start auto-sailing. Basically, you figured out what kind of trim you need, and you'll go faster. But I have a skill here, an adventure skill. Sail handling. Automatically auto-sail. Right off the bat. Cost me a little bit of vigor, so I might need to eat some more. But gets the job done. I need to get closer to the shore. I think the land area is over here. It's gonna kind of look like a tuft of grass kind of thing over on the side of the shore. I think. It's been a while. Anyways, the thing you need to know about aids is they're not going to level up well unless you feed them well. And these are all 6 types of aid food. And I went cooking route, and I can cook them. But I'm going to tell you right now, you need to max out cooking if you're going to actually try and do that. And it is a pain in the butt to make this stuff. It's pretty tedious. It's worth it. I can sell them for about 20,000. Because they are so wanted, and most people don't have the patience to make aid food, or they don't know how to make aid food. They don't bother researching it like I researched it. Am I going into Sueda? No, okay, good. This is the land area. But yeah, it's very tedious. It takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of effort, and that's why it's so expensive. On top of the fact that your aides are gluttons. They will eat like 20 of a particular food that they want to eat, they'll eat 20 of them. And then they'll finally be full. That's a lot of money. Alright, so I don't even know if I'm set up for adventuring right now. I don't know if I even have ribbons to return back to the starting point. I should probably check that before I go adventuring. Okay, good. I do have 30 landmark ribbons. Landmark ribbon is like laying a trail of breadcrumbs, basically. It'll take you right back to the port where you got off your ship. So you can go adventure, you can go wander around and find the stuff that you need to find. In my current situation, there's no point in me adventuring in this place. I'm just showing you it. But I could get a quest to go to a specific area, and they will hint at it. They'll say like, oh, it's off the coast of Athens, it's east off the coast of Athens, and then you have to go to Athens and look for a land area that's where they said, and then you'll have a quest item like a map kind of thing, and you'll use it, and it will tell you, you know, it seems like it's in the northwest, and you'll have to start going northwest, and yeah, you'll just basically wander around for a long time trying to figure out where it is. And I have this collection skill for adventuring. Sometimes you can find, I mean, this is just a desert, this is a bad example, but sometimes you'll find, like, in a desert you might find an oasis, and you could do some collection there, or you could find a tree, maybe, and you could do some collection, you'll maybe find some items there. Sand. Oh, nice. That's a hard to find thing in the desert. Okay. Yeah, sometimes something like these stacked boulders will be part of a quest, and once you click on it, it will say something other than you didn't find anything unusual. And there will be random enemies like this guy right here that you will have combat with. So I'll show you the land combat. Click on him to attack, and you'll go into auto attack. Oh man, I'm a terrible example here. I don't have any of my skills or anything. I thought I had combat skills. Where are they? Change weapon? No. I swear I had like 3 combat skills. Anyways, you'll have combat skills and you'll have combat items that you can use. Like a bomb you can throw at someone. And it's very simple. I might have to use a ribbon because I can't actually remember which way I came from. I think I came from this way, where all these guys are. I think they just respawned. But yeah, you definitely have to pay attention to what level they are, because I'm combat level 20 right now, and these guys are like level 5, so I don't need to worry all that much. But I think, if I remember right, it's been a while since I played, I think a level 10 guy can actually get me pretty hurt, because I don't have all the relevant combat skills to deal with it. So I might be level 20 in spirit, but when it comes to combat, I might not be ready for it. I did have a couple skills that I was training up, and I don't know why they're not there, but I'm not going to worry about it. Can I open stuff while I'm walking? No, of course not. Just going to see if there was anything else to show you. You can have a pet. It's not easy. It's part of the adventure stuff. Or you can just buy it for a lot of money. But basically when you're adventuring around, you can, I think it's a quest if I remember right, you can get a quest to find an animal, and if you find it, you can get it as a pet. And then you just take it to a trainer person, and they'll train it to be your pet. You probably saw that mine was a meerkat, and I named him Timon. Yeah. Another important thing about land areas is that you cannot buy supplies at them. You can only set sail. So I could look at the fact that I'm out of food if I was, but I wouldn't be able to actually get any. Or if I was running out of sailors. So yeah, you're probably watching this video with a million questions if you're interested. What I'm going to say is, your questions, like 99% of them, are going to be answered in school. When you start this game, you'll get placed in school. And I'm just going to tell you, as someone who's played this game multiple times, and I've seen it a lot in the chat, so it's not just me, 100%, no doubt, you need to do every single school. It might feel tedious at first, but really, it's worth it. School is where you're going to get the most experience. If you don't do the school and you just think that you know everything and you go out there, you're going to have a lot of questions and you're not going to do very well. So just what I do is I do all of one type, the one type that interests me the most at the time. So for this character, I did trade school first, and there's beginner, medium, and expert levels of school. There's like the beginner school, intermediate, and then like a college. You do all of the one that you like in beginner school, and then you do all of the other two in beginner school. You don't move on to intermediate school yet. And then once you have them all done in beginner school, you move on to intermediate school. And you do the one you like, and then the ones you don't like, and then you move on to the next one, and yada yada. That's how it's best done. You could also change it up and do the one you like last, maybe, to keep it in your memory more. I don't know. Hopefully you found that interesting. I have put a lot of time into this game. I don't know if I'm going to play it much anymore, but I might. But I put a lot of time into this game, and it's a great game for relaxing. Like if you had a rough day at work and you've been working really hard and you're just tired and exhausted and you don't want to think about things, you just want to relax, this is a really good game for that. The sailing is really calming. The background music is well done. And the sailing is like a slow version of real time. So it does take you a while, and it'll be long trips that you can just sit and work on stuff in your inventory or whatever. Or you can chat with people that you're working with, or your company, or whatever. It's just a nice, relaxing game, but again, it's a Korean MMO, so it's a grind fest. It's probably more of a grind than World of Tanks, which I'll probably not be covering. I don't know. I might end up covering it. See you next time. Hopefully this video doesn't end up being too long.